The Mario Maker 2 Nintendo Direct just went live and we got tons of new information about this game, and this game is looking to be a Mario Maker fan's dream. And we are about to go over the top 20 things that they showed off for this Nintendo Direct, because there's a lot of little filler stuff here and there, but I want to show you the 20 things that was the most important. And before we go over that, for you fans of other games out there besides Nintendo all the time, whether it be Fortnite, Call of Duty, whatever it may be, we have just started a new channel called Daddy L. Yes, that's my kind of like gamer tag on Xbox, PlayStation, and that. But that is where you can find my new game channels, Daddy L. The link will be in the description below. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and drop a sub and get that channel on the roll. But without further ado, let's get started. So overall, this Direct really surprised me with all the stuff that they have coming to this game. This really feels like a full-fledged push for a giant big game of the summer, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about some of the stuff that they showed, and also some of the stuff that they may have not showed yet. And I can tell you what I mean in a few minutes you might have missed and skipped over. But without further ado, here are the 20 biggest things of the Direct and things to look forward to until release. The new swinging claw can be used to grab Mario, and you can actually swing back and forth to jump over certain obstacles or reach certain areas. Not only can it pick up you, but it can pick up other enemies as well, where you can create some type of claw game or whatever your heart desires. You can now finally put water in your levels, and not just an underwater level, but just rising water and lowering water. You can set the height and even the speed that the water rises and lowers. But not only that, because it doesn't just stop at water, you can do this with lava, and it said also some other things, but we already know that we've seen even in this trailer that there is poison that you can also use. You can in fact make a vertical level in this game just like predicted, and yes, you can control the speeds and how it moves so you can make a smooth transition. This will happen in the subworlds that you create, where you can finally have your levels where you climb to the top. Tired of putting Bowser in your stage and he ends up shooting fire halfway across the level before he's supposed to? Well, now you can prevent that by the scroll stop. So what you can pretty much do is create your own little rooms. When you put up walls, they act as barriers and the screen will not move past that wall, and nothing past that wall will interact with where you're at currently until you reach that portion through either a pipe or whatever you put to exit that room. Having troubles with lava? Well, you can cross it now with the dryer bone shell here in Mario Maker 2. You hop in the shell and you can jump over the lava. I don't know if this works for poison or anything else, or even water. Can you bounce on top of water? We don't know, but at least works for lava. And you can also play dead with it. Cute. So there's a whole bunch of new sound effects scattered all in this game, including one that looks like it takes you to the Twilight Zone, but there's also one that takes you into the Takumaru Castle scene, where Takumaru comes out and a whole bunch of his ninja followers, or whoever they are, come up cluttering the screen, and they start playing the Takumaru Castle theme song, and it's a cool little Easter egg that they threw in there. Just like we thought from looking at all the trailers, Mario and Luigi in that title screen, we knew there had to be some type of co-op, and in fact there's two types, but the first type we got is co-op making, where you can design a level with you and your best friend and get all the tactics and things that you guys want together. Now you can make your levels even tougher by adding clear conditions before you can even beat the level, meaning that you can make whatever you want goes by either collecting a certain mushroom, reaching a certain goal point, or even collecting coins, defeating enemies, all type of stuff like that. You can make the level the way you want. This lets big diversity for the game, and not only do you have to just go reach the flag, but you might have to stomp a couple Goombas along the way. For those of you Winter Stage fans, you got icicles now. It doesn't really show if they stick in the ground or not, or if you can jump on top of them, but they do tend to shake and fall once you walk underneath. So there you go. There's now tiny little parachutes you can put on enemies to have them slowly fall from the sky, at even thwomps. Man, get this. There's even a full-blown story mode in this game where it looks to be you can walk around this big 3D space and do missions with Mario. So what is the story this time around is where you have to rebuild a castle. You have to rebuild Peach's castle. In order to do so, you play through levels, which gives you coins, which helps you buy parts for the castle. But in order to beat the castle, or to get the castle, you have to beat over 100 stages pre-made by the Nintendo staff, and they're pretty talented courses. The woman at least made it seem like they were, and that could be really interesting to get some ideas for level design and stuff like that before you get into the nitty-gritty of everything. A full-blown story mode in Mario Maker. Man, it really is 2019. There's an array of new level themes to try out, including the desert, snow, forest, and sky themes, and they even confirmed that there is original music for these themes. You can even hear them during the trailer. I mean, listen to some of them. They're kind of catchy.
New sequel, new course themes. Desert. Snow, forest, and sky. There's new music too, written by veteran Super Mario composer Koji Kondo.
Now for probably one of the most confusing parts of the Direct is the moon. This is a full-blown thing that you click and it changes every single theme of the stage. It takes whatever theme you picked and change it to the night version. And, because it not only does that, it changes aspects of the level. For instance, the desert will get windier. The ground theme at night, all the Goombas will float. And it just does some weird things. And I don't think you can control these. I think it all depends on when you touch the moon this happens. Now, I don't know if I like that aspect of touching the moon or not. I wish you could just set that stage to do that. For instance, like the low gravity night stage could make it seem like you're almost in space, since that's not really a theme. You could kind of create that theme by having a night stage and the space low gravity stuff. But yeah, it's kind of freaky. One of the biggest questions from the Direct was, do themes stay the same? This is something that we've always had a question on, and it looks like, at least for Super Mario 3D World, the theme will stay the same. Whenever you try to change the world, it will completely delete everything that you put on the screen and start from scratch because of the, very, very specific things that you can put in 3D World, just as like the clear pipes and the things that you can climb like the trees and the walls. But considering the fact that 3D World is the only theme that has to stay in the 3D World theme and cannot be interchanged between other games, keep that in mind for our last fact. In the 3D World theme, there's cool little crates that you can actually pick up and toss, and you can put them in the water or in lava to help stack yourself up to get to higher or places that you could not reach. This one was actually one of my favorites. There's freaking warp blocks from Super Mario 3D World in this game where you can actually just warp yourself to whatever room you want to be in. Now I know, you could technically do that in all the other things with pipes or whatever else, doors. But this is just cool in my opinion. The warp block and everything. You could create like little boss battle rooms kind of like they did in 3D World. This would be so cool. That Koopa Troopa car we saw in the artwork is true. You actually can ride this little Koopa Troopa's car around, and you can create your own like little Mario Kart stages in 2D. I've tried to do that in the last game because there was a Mario Kart mushroom costume that you could put on, but you could do it again here. Also, did you catch the brief Super Famicom logo they put up on the screen? I'm not 100% sure what that stood for, but it could be from where that Mario Kart first appeared and Koopa Troopa was able to drive that car. I don't know. If you guys know in the comments, let me know. You can once again comment on people's stages, rest in peace Miiverse, but there's also this new Maker feature which allows you to have your Mii character and you can give them little costumes and little attributes and dress them up and all that little cute stuff like Animal Crossing, and you can do that by getting Maker points where when people play your levels and they like your levels and stuff like that, you'll get more points similar to the last game and you'll get medals and different rewards, and this looks like there's even a ranking system this time as the Maker starts off at a D rank. Well, we already discussed one of the two online features of this game being the Maker portion, but now you can actually play levels with people online. Like, not even just your friends, but just with random people online. At least that's what I'm getting from this. And you compete, and pretty much whoever finishes the stage first gets, like, different rankings and different rewards. And I'm just like, this one blew my mind. This is actually happening. Many people thought this could be a thing, but it is actually a thing. I'm still getting over it, but you can compete in levels, do different challenges, and you can even play like a co-op online where you have to team up with the teammates to take down a certain task or maybe defeat a boss, but most of it is like a versus gameplay with 2D Mario. This is really cool, and it'll change up your tactics of how you want to approach each level. Should you, fly ahead first, or should you wait for certain things to happen? And this is awesome. I mean, seriously, to have this big online portion with this game is one of the biggest things that this game needed, in my opinion. That's awesome. And last but not least, I told you we'd come back to this. Did you notice the game style section where it has Mario Bros, Mario Bros 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Bros. U, but underneath there's a separate tab. Obviously, because we know Super Mario 3D World can only play in that world only. But it says extra game styles, which is making me wonder, styles is plural there. Are there going to be more styles? And there kind of has to be. Look at the space right there. There's just a open space for another style. And I think that tab could even go lower for another, maybe even 2 more styles. Just like they did with the regular game style. So why did they not reveal the next one? And I'm pretty daggone sure it's going to be Mario Bros. 2. But why didn't they reveal it yet? And I'm thinking that it might come later as either DLC or free update DLC. And that's exciting. Maybe that's going to be a big E3 reveal. Maybe they still have one more thing to show off at E3, and that's going to get people really excited because they know people really wanted Mario Bros. 2. There you go, E3 prediction. Well, guys, these are all the big things that I could pull from this Mario Maker 2 Direct. Thank you guys for tuning in today, guys. And if there's anything that I may have left out or forgot, please comment down below. How excited are you guys for this game after seeing this direct? Does this make you more excited? Are you even... There's no way you could be less excited. I mean, they just completely jam-packed this with some exciting things that made this a pure sequel at its finest. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. It comes out June 28th. E3's coming up, so we have a whole bunch of things to keep our interest. Until then, I cannot wait, and you must believe, best believe, that I'm going to be making all kind of stages and playing your guys' stages here on the channel. But thank you guys for tuning in, and get your brain juices already working, and get those ideas ready to go, because as soon as the game comes out, I would love to play your guys' stages and test them, and even put them on a top 10 video list on the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. See you guys.